Hello, and welcome back to another SpaceBourne 2 guide. This guide is an update to my previous System Conquest guide, which was made obsolete when version 1.40 was released. Here we'll quickly cover the new System Raids mechanic. With Plunder Raids, we can hunt down enemy faction trade convoys in order to acquire loot and resources for our faction. Through Capture Raids, we can take over territory and ownership of star systems from the AI factions. Before we begin, know that features such as station building and faction management are unlocked by playing the main story quest. As you need your faction to be established in order to perform raids, this feature won't be available at the start of the game. If you want to play blind and avoid spoilers, it's better to come back later. If you're a veteran player and have a save file from a previous version of the game, it's likely you lost the ownership of systems after the 1.40 update. You have to recapture previously owned systems using capture raids. Previous methods of system takeover no longer work. The positive side to this is that taking over a system through the new capture raid actually fixes some station ownership issues caused by old bugs. To perform raids, you must have at least one army squad available for deployment. All of this is taught through the in-game tutorial, but here's a quick refresher. To assign a squad, go into the faction screen and drag and drop your soldiers into the correct slots. Remember to set the squad type here. For raids, you'll be using Space Forces. It's a good idea to only use squads that have enough training level in piloting, which is the golden number here, as raids only occur in space right now. If you don't have enough faction members to recruit into your army, you can perform mail quests to help humans in need. As of version 1.41, you can assign freelancers from your faction to complete those quests for you, allowing you to remotely grow your faction and army. Freelancers are members of your faction that are not assigned to any army squads, but they can still perform tasks and work for you. Reminder that your wingman can help you during raids, and you can call them by pressing F1. Wingmen are assigned on the top slots of your faction overview, here. Plunder Raids allow you to hunt down civilian ships belonging to a faction in order to steal their resources. To perform a Plunder Raid, jump to a system belonging to an AI faction, go into the scanner screen and click on Toggle Raid Mode. From here, you can deploy your faction squads. It is a good idea to only use Space Forces squads to prevent losing ships. You can then click on Plunder and hit Confirm, which will start the raid and also declare war against the AI faction that owns the system you are raiding. From this point, your generals will pick targets to attack on their own. You can give them direct orders to attack specific convoys or just fly to the targets yourself. The fights can be easy if you are dealing with a weaker faction, but they can get much harder when dealing with a stronger faction. Each civilian raid ship you and your faction ships kill will give you resources and progress the raid. On the current 1.41 version, this raid rewards you with the current faction resources, those being raw materials, tools, technology, and faction treasury money. On the top of the screen, you can see how many resources you'll be stealing from the enemy faction. For extra profit, remember to gather the loot dropped during fights. When the raid is done, you have 1 minute to jump out of your area before the enemy brings in reinforcements. Capture Raids, also called Conquer Raids, is the new way to claim system ownership in the version 1.41. Before being able to perform a capture raid, you must capture all stations in a system belonging to AI factions. In this example, I can deploy my generals and I could do a plunder raid if I wanted, but the capture option is grayed out. This is because this system has 2 enemy stations that I have not conquered or destroyed yet. To capture or destroy enemy stations, you must perform faction operations, which will be covered by a different video. Once all enemy stations in the system is either captured or destroyed, we can begin the capture raid. To do so, go to the scanner screen and turn on Raid Mode. Deploy your generals and click on Captured and Confirm. This will begin a capture raid and declare war on the faction you are attacking. You can then give orders to your generals to move into the raid targets in the system. To win a capture raid and take over the system, you must capture and hold all raid targets, those listed on the right of the raid mode screen here. Raid targets are structures and points of interest like the Stargate, escape routes, and beacons. Note that this could change in the future. This raid works similar to the faction operations, but the enemy faction will keep sending reinforcements in an attempt to defend their territory. The capture raid can be a little chaotic when fighting strong factions and contesting strong systems. Once all raid targets are captured, you will hear the enemies calling for a retreat. Shortly after, you will receive a System Conquered notification. Ownership of the system is now transferred to you. Note that you cannot perform raids on your own systems. You can cancel raids before starting them by clicking and holding the warp button on your general's name on the scanner screen Raid Mode. You can also use this to order a general that sustained half damage to retreat. You can retreat from plunder and capture raids by clicking and holding the flee button here. You still need to jump away from the system to prevent being hunted down by powerful enemy reinforcements. Note that the local Stargate will be closed down, so you'll need to warp to a nearby star directly in order to escape. No need to think this is a flight of shame, it's better to live and fight another day in the name of the WRA. There will come a time you will be requested to conquer 3 star systems. Using capture raids is a fast way to acquire territory and complete the mission. Just be aware that the raids come with a declaration of war, and you might be in for a long fight. AI factions will attack you and try to take over your stations, which will require you to go on the defensive too. It might be a good idea to acquire better equipment and better combat experience before making the jump to interstellar war. One problem some players experience is getting into a fight with a stronger faction and failing to defend against their advances. You can use diplomacy to request peace with a faction, and you can offer money or territory in exchange for peace. If they still don't accept your terms, you can start a war with a weaker faction, take over their territory, and offer the weak faction stations, territory, and money in return for peace with the stronger faction. Diplomacy is still early in development, and factors such as faction power could become more important on how likely a faction is to agree to your treaty terms. In the future, less combat-oriented players should be able to take control of systems by diplomatic or economic means. You can already perform diplomacy with factions and request territory from them and offer specific stations, money, or territories in trade. It is likely these raids will get changed in different ways in the future as, for example, the game economy is not yet developed, and that could completely impact how plundering is performed and how it impacts the economy and the AI factions. I hope you found this video useful. My previous guide became obsolete in less than a month, so watch out for game updates that may change these features in the future. I'll leave the old guide video unlisted and link it on the description below. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. Fly angry!